Good morning. Hi, how are you? Lesson 2, guys, lesson 2. So we're going to talk about getting fitter. And even though that sounds hard to most people, I want to talk about the fact that we overthink it, right? We actually make it sound worse than it is. And usually from experience, we might have had a bad experience, or we see, overinflated, TV shows that talk, that show really hardcore stuff, right? So that doesn't help our cause when we're trying to, we need incidental exercise. We need consistent exercise every day. Look, you know what? I actually advocate for 10 minutes, 20 minutes, 30 minutes. I don't care. Whatever you've got, it has to be consistent, right? And you want to aim for about 20, 30 minutes a day. Because that's really all it takes, yeah, if you do the right thing, if you do the right type of exercise. But so I want to actually impress on you about not overthinking it. And usually if you were a gym girl, years ago before you had kids or before you got a bit older and you've got a serious job and you don't have time now, that kind of thing, that might have been our attitude before. We thought we had to have an hour in the gym, because we did have an hour. I had an hour to go to the gym and I worked out and I did what I wanted to do. Times have changed, but so we have to change our thinking around that as to what we think is exercise and what we deem as exercise. That's my belief anyway. And I think if we're not too fussy and not too stringent and not waiting for the perfect time or that kind of thing, then we can make exercise happen in our day. Right, and that's the goal, is to make it work for you, make it work fitting your day, your lifestyle, around your family. It is doable, right? So I want to teach you that. I want to show you that. So the workouts that we've got in our program are quick. They're quick, short, efficient, effective, right? So we're not wasting time doing things that are just a waste of your time. Clearly, if you've got a bit more time, maybe do them 2-3 times. You might do a 10-minute workout or a 9-minute workout. Most of the workouts are, 4 exercises. They're really simple. 3 minutes it takes to get through it all. So we're aiming for whatever you've got, all right? Whatever you've got. And if motivation is an issue, we can talk about that. We're going to talk about mini habits, how I break things down into mini habits so you don't have any resistance to it, right? So I'm going to talk about that a bit later. So if you do have some resistance about getting moving, talk to me so we can get through that. Maybe we'll skip to the habits part of it, where we can actually get you past your resistance, past your lack of motivation, yeah? But half of it is because we think it's got to be a perfect workout. It's got to be long. It's got to be harder. It's got to be sweaty. It's got to be whatever. So sometimes it's our expectations, our unrealistic expectations of what exercise should be, otherwise it's a waste of time. In fact, I hear about walking, right? Walking. A lot of people say they don't like walking because it's like a waste of time. Well, I love it personally, and I don't think you can underrate walking, right? It's so beneficial in so many ways, and everyone can do it, right? It's not hard, and you can fit that in, and that's the thing. So we always have plenty of objections to getting fit and healthy, but I can tell you there's not one that we can't bust, right? And so the one that we want to work with, we're just going to get through some tips here. I've wrote some tips in your workbook, all right? So don't overthink it. So don't make it a big deal is my thing. Short and sweet, keep it short and sweet. It's got to be easy and simple to fit into your day and your lifestyle. Now, we want more muscle. To lose fat and to be strong and to look the way you want and feel the way you want and have energy, you need more muscle, less fat. So obviously we're going to do resistance type work. So that can be body weight. It doesn't have to be weights. It can be whatever we choose, but we're doing muscle work because we want our tone. We want our shape and our strength, and we want to reduce the fat percentage, right? So it's really important, right? We want to burn calories. Yeah, definitely want to burn calories. A lot of the time people will say to me, how can I lose this tummy? Well, you have to burn calories. It's not going to be just your tummy. You're going to lose it everywhere, yeah? And aim for 15, 20, 30 minutes a day of movement. Now that might mean that you get up in your PJs and you do 10 squats and 10 push-ups. It might mean that later on you go for a walk with a dog. It doesn't have to be all together, right? It all adds up, but it has to be in a way that suits you, right? That you're actually going to do it. So we need to find a way to make it work for you, right? So we're talking a little bit about why we need muscle. I put that